You can't tell, but actually this ACT software by Sage that's installed on my computer is better than it was when we last spoke. The reason is I just got the latest update from ACT. And the thing is, I did it automatically. The system reminded me. It reminds me every 10 days, just as your software will if you just leave that setting alone. If you want to change it, you can change it in the preferences. If I click on Tools and then come down to Preferences, there's one tab that you may notice that we didn't look at yet when we talked about preferences, and that is the Startup tab. In the Startup tab, we can select how we want things to default. When we, for example, make a new contact, do we want it to be public? Make a new group, do we want it to be public? Or do we want it to be private? So we can set these types of things. We can also set where the database starts up, whether it's the last open database or whether it is a particular database, which database starts up. And the last thing is that we can set to automatically check for updates. And every how many, and then whatever increment. So every 10 days is the way that I have it set. You could say you want to do it every 1 week, every 2 weeks, every whatever you want to do. But I'd highly recommend that you do allow it to check, because it will find the latest things. Well, what are the latest things? Well, it could be something that somebody found a problem and now Sage has fixed it in the software, and before you even encounter that problem yourself, you can have that problem fixed. One thing that automatic updates will not do is it will not change your database. But if you say you want to go ahead and continue with the update, then you just follow the bouncing ball of the software. It will say, okay, well, we highly recommend you make a backup. You want to make a backup now? You say, yeah, I want to make a backup now. So it makes a backup. And then it downloads the files that you want. It says, now, do you want to install the files now? And you say, yeah, I want to install the files now. So you just sort of follow the bouncing ball and you'll stay safe. If they recommend that you make a backup and you know you don't already have a backup, then I'd recommend that you make a backup as well. What if you want to check and see if there are updates yourself without waiting for ACT software to check for you? Well, you can click on Help. When you click on Help and then you click on ACT Update, a little message will come up. You notice my message says, hey, you already have the latest version of ACT. But if you didn't, then it would say there is a better version of ACT that you could actually have if you just want to go ahead and do the update. And then, again, you can just click. There'll be a hyperlink right here in this balloon that you can click on and say, click here to get your latest update, and then they'll take you through the process of creating a backup, making sure that you get that update safely without losing any of the data that's in your database. So, hope you've enjoyed this ACT training. We've talked about the fact that ACT is made to help you be more productive. And we've looked at all of the different tools within the ACT software that allow you to create contacts and to be able to manage contacts and to be able to create reports from ACT, to be able to create sales quotes, and to be able to manage the whole process, no matter how many users are involved, no matter how you need to synchronize it. And it's all about making you and the people in your organization more productive. And I hope that this training tutorial helps you to be able to use ACT to its greatest extent, and that will help you and your organization. And I've enjoyed bringing this training to you.